wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Next on Madden Football.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Play action this time with Love. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going back to Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, right side. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
To the air, Williams.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Williams.
It's caught. Mitchell. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake, Love.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
Here's Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
To the air once more. Williams. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. But they'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Love now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing. Love. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Love. Throw caught by Musgrave.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Operating from the gun. Love.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love from the gun.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Love.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jayden Reed
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers are back within a score.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown.
Anders Carlson now for the point after.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down and 6 now. Throwing is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On play action, here's Williams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
To throw, Williams.
Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I just know defensively, when you see 3rd and long, you just tell each other, guard the sticks. Don't let them get to the first down line. Anything underneath will make the play. But you have to take care of all responsibilities and know that they swing it out to a back. One-on-one tackles in the open field are critical. And if you miss, sometimes you end up on the wrong side of that first down game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has been a nice sustained drive, and after a run like that, I'd be surprised if they don't come back with even more running plays.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Here's a diving catch right side. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Looking to throw. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Rome Odunze
from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain. but a nice chunk of yardage.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Powers through him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll send Watson in motion right. Love. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Going back to Love. And that went to the right side and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Love looking to throw it.
Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Carter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
This 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
Here's Williams. That is caught, and he will have the Bears' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. To throw once more, here's Williams. Oh, Odunze wide open, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards there for number 15.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
To the air once more, Williams. He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the posts? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Love now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
To the air again, Love.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love.
And this is going to be incomplete.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A little short pass. This is Everett.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Working out of the gun. Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Again, it's Love.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Third and 5. Now Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few.
And now the rookie's free.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Rome Odunze.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Love from the gun.
This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Gervon Dexter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's got it down to the 28.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing. Love.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
To throw, Williams. He's got Carter complete.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. 1st down, here's Mitchell.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw is Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs to about the 48-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
In motion, the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Second and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 35.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On play action. Love to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Off the play fake, Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Love.
To the left side, there's the tight end, Musgrave.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Another run with Mitchell.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Williams.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
To the air, Williams.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
He's back to throw.
Back to Renfro again, complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Santos with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Love. To the sideline and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Love. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
So here now is Anders Carlson in a really big spot.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Could not finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.